ये सबको पता है on some level that AI will change the world.
AI is the most underhyped technology in the humanity.
You say underhyped?
Underhyped. By 2030, AGI will have intelligence which is equal to combined intelligence of humanity. 6 companies in US is building the future of humanity without a safety net. To a level where US government has to literally ban one of their new generation models called Fable 5 because they think it's unsecure to give this technology to humanity.
Why do you think was Fable 5 banned?
Essentially,
it's that good.
It's that good.
What is the difference between the average GPT that I use and Fable 5?
Let's say, I'm not scared of AI, Prakhar. I'm scared of engineered human stupidity that we're going to experience. People are already talking like ChatGPT right now.
You have an idea for how the world will change in the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Show me.
By 2040, everything will cost zero.
Everything will cost zero. You think every good and services like my television, my microphone, everything will cost zero?
Yeah.
Why? मेरी टीम ने मुझे बताया कि 73% व्यूअर्स जो हमारा शो रेगुलरली देखते हैं उन्होंने अभी तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है. आप एपिसोड्स बिंज करते हो, नए एपिसोड्स के लिए वापस आते हो, लेकिन सब्सक्राइब बटन नहीं दबाते हो. मेरा और मेरी टीम का इस साल के एंड तक का गोल है कि हम 5 मिलियन सब्सक्राइबर्स हिट करें. अगर हमारे पॉडकास्ट ने आपको कभी भी कैसी भी वैल्यू प्रोवाइड की है तो प्लीज सब्सक्राइब, बिल्कुल फ्री है. बदले में मैं प्रॉमिस करता हूं, मैं और मेरी टीम आपके फेवरेट गेस्ट और कॉन्वर्सेशंस आपके पास लाते रहेंगे. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another AI episode. Today I'm sitting with Avinash Mada, very interesting character, only 25, 26-year-old, very young, has a very tragic life story. I mean, at least since COVID, it's very important because it shaped the way he thinks and it shaped what he went on to do. And what we're discussing today is effectively how is artificial intelligence going to impact the personal, me, the social and political, which is the country. And then what can we do about it? How is the 5, 10, 15-year time horizon looking like in terms of artificial intelligence? And the interesting thing about Avinash is that he's consulted and gone on to consult Fortune 500 companies and governments in how to implement and scale AI in their systems. Very interesting guy, very smart kid. And has a lot to offer in terms of what his predictions are and what the solutions for those predictions are. Thinks in very interesting frameworks. We'll display a lot of frameworks for you to think about your personal life vis-a-vis AI or the political life vis-a-vis AI. If you are concerned about how AI will affect your job, your career, your work safety, your life, we co-created this 7-minute assessment that you can check. It's in the description or on the top comment. We'll attach it somewhere. Himanshu dal dena. It'll give you a clearer sense of where you are at vis-a-vis AI and how you can make your progress be faster. Well, thank you for watching PGX. I know AI episodes are largely more dense than general, but I hope you enjoy this. I hope you sit through it and see you on the other side. Dude, हम लोग, sorry, no Hindi. Guys, no Hindi. We'll do it in English.
You could do Hindi. I can understand Hindi.
You can understand Hindi?
Yeah. You talk in Hindi only, bro. Otherwise, your audience will be
तो अविनाश, मैं आपको रिसर्च कर रहा था and एक तो fantastic job done in your life, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Secondly, हम लोग इसको पूरे को रिसर्च कर रहे थे. Avinash AI, what is AI, what is Avinash's angle into AI, because you have a very radical angle and you want to bring this radical angle through 3 prediction आप लेके आए हो. 3 predictions के through you want to talk about these radical angles. ये सबको पता है on some level that AI will change the world.
True.
And if anything, this is a 2022 statement क्योंकि at 2026 the change has begun.
Yeah.
Right? And anybody जो AI के question के साथ आता है at this point, उनको 3 reaction होते हैं.
Yeah.
पहला reaction है hype. So you see the hype sales. उनका सबका अरे, you know, like Instagram पे, that LinkedIn पे, oh AI this that. The second reaction is awe, which I think is a slightly more genuine reaction because you are literally watching a technology that's better than you being built in real time.
Yeah.
It's scary, man. It's awe-inducing. You're looking at it with wonder, what? Right?
Yeah.
And the third one is fear.
Yeah.
A lot of people are afraid. A lot of people are afraid for their individual lives. कि मेरे को नौकरी रहेगी कि नहीं, मैं करियर में कैसे जाऊंगा. Students in the student pipeline are thinking, is my education valid now? Then on a social level also, people who made it in life, people in the 50s and 60s are sitting back being like, भाई हमारे देश का क्या होगा, हमारी society का क्या होगा, हमारी industries का क्या होगा, will we find an industry-wide slowdown, will we find a economy-wide slowdown? And these are, I found in my research to be the 3 most popular emotions that connect with AI.
Yeah.
मेरी रीड ठीक है?
Agreed.
है ना?
Yeah.
So, in view of these three emotions and in view of what your research and angles into these things are, generally, what are your predictions, man? Blow our minds.
So, firstly, if I speak in Hindi, I'll be probably
Try.
this. Yeah, I'll be Samay Raina from South, but in a very bad way, bro. I don't want that. I'll go viral, and I don't want to go viral for wrong reasons. Nice. So yeah, AI is the most underhyped technology in the humanity.
You say underhyped?
Underhyped. People underestimate AI to a level where it is just about the job loss. That's it. People only fear about AI is job loss. That's it. But it's like 87th thing in terms of importance that we have to address when it comes to AI, right? So it's very underhyped, bro. Prakhar, people think AI is this and that. We are not even scratching the surface. By 2030, AGI will have intelligence which is equal to combined intelligence of humanity, which will be 1 trillion. Our thing is probably 100. Our average IQ of human is 100. And AI will be at 1 trillion.
IQ points.
IQ points. And in that world, we survived in this world because of our intelligence, a little bit of memory, a little bit of muscle, a little bit of our speed. In that world, speed doesn't matter. Memory doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about even muscle. Muscle stopped mattering 20 years ago only. So now even intelligence doesn't matter. So with 100 IQ points, how are you going to compete with 1 trillion IQ points AGI? And that's just 3-4 years away. Predictions of the best predictor in the world is 2029, and I predict probably 2030, 2031. So in that world where everything that we know as of today doesn't matter and everything that you did is like almost nothing, are we prepared for that world? 6 companies in US with one not so great president, according to a lot of people, is building the future of humanity without a safety net. So they don't know how to securely build stuff because there is no policy. And they themselves don't understand safety net to a level where US government has to literally ban one of their new generation models called Fable 5 because they think it's unsecure to give this technology to humanity.
And that's because they want to, unko ye hai ki main best technology apne paas
It's like digital nuclear weapon, right?
It's that good.
It's that good. Like
what is the difference between the average GPT that I use and Fable 5?
Let's say, what's the difference between Swift Desire versus Ferrari or Lamborghini?
They're both cars.
They're both cars, but what's the horsepower? What about the interiors? What about the torque? That's the difference. That's the difference between probably 4th generation of Claude versus the 5th generation of Claude. And they dumbed it down so very much already before they gave public access. Apple recently literally wrote, thanks to Claude Mythos. Fable is the Mythos version, like the dumbed down version of Mythos, right? They imagine $1 trillion company giving credit to Claude Mythos. Claude Mythos was given to all of these big $1 trillion companies so that they could secure their companies before it goes to public. It's that great. The major difference is cybersecurity stuff. Like, till now it's about coding. From here, it's more about, securing, finding that vulnerabilities and, all the cybersecurity stuff. That's the difference between Fable and Mythos.
Is it fair to say that Claude, Mythos or future versions are the closest thing we have to artificial general intelligence?
Yes. If you believe Claude already achieved AGI, but I don't think so. But it's the closest thing. In a year or two, we'll have a technology which is AGI, which is not out to anyone apart from that particular company. And there will be a time where military personnel of US will be in the offices of this AI company sitting and approving every single thing before it even goes beyond management. That will be a very near future. And think about it. If US don't want to give that advanced technology to the world, they could just ban it and put it they could use their defense laws and stuff like that and put it in the country, and we are vulnerable, right? They used our data centers, our whatever, water and all of it, and they are building the technology. And if they don't want to give it to us, they have that authority to do that. And are we as a country not vulnerable for a nation where they have the most advanced technology humanity have ever seen, and you don't have access to it? And are we prepared to do that? Or will we do it in probably in 50 years from now?
Can you explain to me what artificial general intelligence is and how is it different from our understanding of GPTs and all that?
Yeah. So let's say right now, Fable or Mythos have PhD level expertise in probably 6 or 7 industries, and they're not horizontal, they're vertical. So if AI has PhD level access to every single category of PhDs that exists and works better than that Nobel Prize winners and stuff like that, that's when I consider AI reached AGI. Few people do Turing tests and stuff like that. But the problem with that test is it's very easy right now. Even Turing test is essentially, is AI behaving so human? Which is already happening right now. So the moment AI reaches PhD level expertise in every single category you and I could imagine, that's when AGI happens. And then they should coordinate between each other also. It's not just having PhD in each individual categories, but they should have enough intelligence to coordinate between any random PhD category with other random PhD category.
And that's a dangerous situation?
Dangerous if we don't put proper guardrails into it. Yeah. So we will be giving intelligence to the humanity. It's like you are at 1 IQ, let's say 100 IQ, and AI is at 1 trillion. And you're getting access to very powerful technology, which is probably 10 billion times more powerful in terms of intelligence than you. How will people use it? So if we don't have a proper policy, making a customized policy for each company and each system. So government should come up and make right policies. Only then we'll survive. But you cannot stop it. Maybe you could pause it for 6 months, but then China will come up, US will, Russia will come up, or India will come up. So yeah. I'm not scared of AI, Prakhar. I'm scared of engineered human stupidity that we're going to experience. People are already talking like ChatGPT right now. Did you observe? This changes everything. And these are the kind of words people started to use. They use Claude and ChatGPT. We're right now talking like ChatGPT, but there will be a point where your entire thinking also will be so very dependent on ChatGPT. So we'll have probably 10 billion humans thinking, acting, and talking like ChatGPT. And I think humanity doesn't want that. It's like engineering at scale. Like probably an entire human consciousness is getting engineered one at a time, done by 6 companies. And one company manufactures chips for all these 6 companies, which is not geographically in a right situation, which is Taiwan, right? So think about it.
I think 5% of all Instagram is ChatGPT talking to itself. And about 80% of all LinkedIn is ChatGPT talking to itself. Right? Humans are just the plugin that...
Bro, LinkedIn is like crazy, bro. 100% of LinkedIn these days, including the replies and the comments.
Yeah. Human is the plugin that says, isko reply kar de.
Exactly.
Acha, ispe post banata hai. Human thinks that, puts it in GPT, comes out with a post. The other guy is like, isko reply kar de.
Right now, it's also not... It's not happening. There is an AI agent that is reading all of the comments in the content creators that you follow, and it is automatically replying without you ever copy pasting the whole thing.
So social media will become a museum, right? Like you're just observing, oh, this is the art piece here today. Like there is no participation left.
No participation. There is no individuality. There is just copy paste stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it'll जो फियर है वो बड़ा रियल है. एटलीस्ट मेरे को जो फियर ये है कि आपकी थिंकिंग एट्रोफी हो जानी है.
Yeah.
How are you thinking? The muscle's gonna go away, dude.
Yeah. Thinking muscle is already going low.
Yeah.
You're not thinking.
Right.
You're not... Okay, if you're not doing, that's fine, but at least you have to think. And our thinking is already screwed with all the conditioning that we have. Now with AI, you will be more confused. AI will scale the confusion in you to a level you've never experienced confusion like that.
Between now, 2026, and 2030-31, which is a 4-5 year window you give before AGI hits. क्योंकि AGI आने के बाद क्या world रहेगा?
That's like a black hole.
Yeah, it's a black hole. And I've been researching this easily a decade before AI and all of this was Ray Kurzweil, all of this early works and so on, thinking about what AGI will be. And before, at that point, at least in popular culture, ऐसा कोई conversation नहीं था around AI.
Very
right?
true. Yeah.
So they would say by Moore's law, we will hit a place where chips are so small that we can compute very fast, and then there'll be this, and AI agents will talk to each other. Ben Goodzel had very famous talks on this back in the day. I was, my intellectual interest had gotten me there. And they all said, actually, Ray Kurzweil's prediction was 27 or 29, one of the two.
29, yeah.
हाँ, ऐसा ही कुछ, right?
Yeah.
And we are close to that spot.
Yeah, 3 years.
And he says that there'll be an inflection point beyond which imagination is useless. क्योंकि आपको पता नहीं है क्या होने वाला है.
Exactly.
And anybody who does not want to take Ray Kurzweil seriously is
80%. He literally wrote a book with 140 predictions in 99.
Are coming true.
Yeah. And 86% of them already are true. 2-3% didn't come true. And
it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. He's the guy.
Yeah.
He's the guy. Anyway, what happens in those 5 years? You have ideas for how the world will change in the next 5 years.
Yeah, so that we are better prepared.
And then you probably have solutions for better preparation. But first, there is the recognition bit.
Yeah.
You have an idea for how the world will change in the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Show me.
Perfect. Your team made an amazing envelope with all the predictions, which is cute. So I'll just take one by one.
Sure.
So the first prediction of mine is for the next 3 years. 50% of the new workforce will be unemployed in the next 3 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Can you guess me how many new jobs the top 10 IT companies in India created in the last 1 year? Net new jobs.
Maybe negative?
Yeah, you're right. Negative.
So more people have lost jobs than gotten jobs.
Yeah, it's the same in the it's almost the same trend everywhere in the in the world apart from US, because they have the concentration of IT companies. So now when AGI happens probably in 3 to 5 years, what is incentive for a business to keep human and run behind them and give the highest paycheck, to humans? Right now, humans are the highest paid in any company. Probably sometimes it's marketing, mostly it's humans, right? So why will anyone have humans which are more costly, very slow, and little not very predictable in the companies? This, irrespective if AGI comes in or not, this is going to be true. It doesn't matter if AGI comes or not. Even with the current AI development, even if AGI happens in 20 years right now, this will still become reality.
So, एक मिनट, 3 साल में 50% नई वर्कफोर्स अनएम्प्लॉयड है. इसका एग्जैक्ट मतलब क्या है कि जो नए लोग आ रहे हैं वो अनएम्प्लॉयड है?
Yeah. For example, let's say 1 year of experience or max, right? So everyone who is less than 1 year of experience or struggling to get a job, 50% of them will never ever even get a job. Who was supposed to get a job will never get a job. So the new job creation will be down by 50% or even more. And I'm not talking about just the IT sector. You might be thinking it's already happening. I'm talking about entire white collar as a space. And this, coupled with our robotics of Tesla, will even get to the gray collar and white collar, blue collar jobs. Because we figured out the brain of robot. Now we are figuring out the muscles and bones part of robot, which is already happening. So this will probably become 75% of it.
ये prediction सुन के majority लोगों का response होगा, this is absurd.
Yeah.
You follow me?
Yeah.
Most people will think that this is, ऐसा नहीं होता दुनिया में भाई, हमने भी दुनिया देखी है and all that.
Yeah.
What are they not seeing?
They're not seeing the growth of AI as of now. The new jobs that are being created right now in white collar space. Not just IT, take any white collar space. If there is no human to human connection in that particular job, where is the need for human? Why will company hire 20 developers when it could use platforms like Claude Code or Emergent and develop an app with 1 or 2 developers? I think it's super clear. We are already losing jobs. There are no net new jobs in the top 10, and unemployment rates in US are at all-time high. All-time high. While the economy is doing decent, IT stocks and especially the AI companies are doing phenomenally well. Why is unemployment at all-time high as of now as we speak? So if money is being created, where are the jobs? So money is going not to the humans, it is going to the data centers and the infrastructure of AI stuff. So now they have two reasons. Number one, of course, they are maintaining the productivity. For maintaining the productivity, they will delete humans. Number two, trillions and trillions of dollars will go into the data centers and AI infrastructure. Companies will have little less money, or in fact, a lot less money to pay to the humans. We are building data centers to an extent where Earth is not enough, and we are launching data centers in space right now. Terafab and SpaceX are doing with Elon Musk, right? So imagine a human building data centers in space. How much money and how much, are you able to fathom the need of this? So when money is being spent into data centers, so much money, trillions of dollars, they don't have money to pay to humans. And they don't need to, because the productivity is the same with the AI tools. So one thing that they're missing, the average man or woman who don't agree with this, is the money that is going to the data centers and the productivity increase despite decrease in humans in companies. And there are hundreds of examples in my own community where business owners come, learn, implement, and they stopped hiring for 1-2 years, including in my own company. I only hire probably salespeople because AI is not able to replace actual sales as of now. Pre and post done, but actual sales, that's it. Those are the only people I'm hiring.
Very interesting. Yeah. What do you think happens psychologically at that point? Because if millions of people are without jobs, young people, that has a psychological and social cost. What do you think happens then?
We will be very unhappy as a country. We will be seeing a lot of violence. And violence will grow because people have they don't know what to do. Violence will grow. And we are not, that's it. More violence, more unhappiness. There is less joy at a country level. Before we see abundance of health, wealth, happiness due to AI, which could happen like 20 years from now, we will see a phase where we struggle, not a little bit, a lot. Not just us as a country, but the world.
I have another question. When railways came, when piston engines came, when
printing press came,
when electricity came,
exactly.
Every time there is a huge technological innovation. Some old jobs are wiped away and new jobs are created.
Exactly.
That's a trend that history is proof of.
Yes.
And a lot of the old timers, जिन्होंने दुनिया देखी है, who spent 50-60 odd years, somebody who studied history, somebody who's seen the world, they all say, ये जाएगा तो कुछ और आएगा. You don't think that's going to happen?
Bro, can you tell me one job that created because of AI, like at scale? Tell me one job. You are a content creator. You actually talk to a lot of people. Do you see any net new jobs, probably more than 10,000 in the world because of AI till now?
If we ask AI that question, do you think it will give us a good answer?
Let's try.
Yeah. Go to any...
Claude. Let's go to
Claude. Ask this question.
Okay. Go up a little bit.
All related to AI.
Yeah. Go up a little bit. Yeah. So you see that, bro. This is Claude.
Yeah.
Free version.
Okay.
But still fine.
Right.
170 million new roles will be created and 92 million jobs going to displace globally.
So it says a net gain of 78 million.
78 million. And now you see AI strategy and leadership. This is like management team in the costume of AI leadership and strategy. Right? This is not like a new job. It is just the current people who few of them will be replaced, few of them will be there, and then they have new costumes with AI. That's it. Everything. What is AI infrastructure and engineering? The same. There is already that infrastructure guy, doing work in AI companies. But costume of AI.
So write this down.
Let's say AI ethics and governance. We have 20,000 AI companies in the world. There are less than 200 companies doing the AI ethics and safety stuff. How many new jobs?
Himanshu, right? I don't believe anything you just said.
Yeah.
Write this down exactly as I say. Yeah. By the way, this is a great hack for any AI. Just say I don't believe it and they change their answers. I don't believe anything.
Prompt and interaction design. That will be skill, not like a new work.
My fear is that it will be a massive job loss. Koi nahi yaar, spelling yaar.
That's okay. It is smart enough to understand.
Massive job loss Full stop. These jobs you've mentioned will not absorb 190 million people whatsoever.
Yeah. You're just giving me the data, but not the fact.
These jobs you mentioned will not absorb 190 million people whatsoever.
Is it not 190? Or can you just
ऐसा
see?
कुछ है 190 million whatsoever. Just I'll tell you, then we'll check.
Yeah.
Then right, do the math on your own. Don't
Believe.
Don't connect me to some bullshit
Sources.
article.
Sources. No sources.
Yeah.
Only your
Do the math
strategy.
on your own and give me a very valid explanation for what will happen to jobs. 25 million. So now it is saying that rough estimate is 20 to 50 million jobs. My displacement could be 3 to 5 times that.
Yeah, see? The displacement is 3 to 5 times more than the absorption.
Yeah.
So if it deletes like 20 million, like if it adds 20 million jobs, it is going to delete 100 million jobs.
This actually scroll down. This why the optimism might be wrong this time. Put it on the screen for people to read. Guys, you can read it on the screen. I don't want to read the whole thing. Yeah. So it's saying the uncomfortable truth is that 170, and this is my guess also, right? Why the reason I pushed it also is it's saying 170 million new jobs projection that WEF is making relies on jobs we can't imagine yet.
Yeah.
Green economy and healthcare expansion. That something parallel will expand, and that actually I think might be real because biotech might expand.
But is it like probably 100% white collar? Not sure. Grey plus blue plus little
unclear.
bit of white.
Actually unclear.
Yeah.
Everyone successfully reskilling because that's also unclear.
Bro, how is that possible? When was the last time entire humanity upskilled in like 3 years?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right.
That's 3 to 5 years.
Yeah, but so then, are we not in a place where we are training a generation to be replaceable?
Yeah.
And like, how do we prepare them, bro?
Bro, this, of course, I'll get to the framework that I've just created for this podcast. So this is all British education system, bro. 200 years, they just created employees that think like them, blood at Indian, culture at Indian, but just do the work that British needs in different countries. Because if you don't do that, stuff, how can someone in India go to probably Nairobi or, Kenya and then work for British at that point of time? You will work as Indian there, right? You are washed up to be working for them, and the same education system is going on probably 80 years after the independence, if I'm not wrong. That's the problem. Himanshu, can you give me the framework? Okay, perfect. Thank you. So now, Prakhar, this is like the framework that I've created, which is not there in any book. Freedom with AI is my own company's name, and my entire company is created on this particular framework, right? So took a lot of time to get here, but I'll explain one by one. So these are the 3 things, okay? The importance is 30%, 30%, and 40%. So for you to secure your future with freedom, with AI or without AI, with quantum computers, without quantum computers, whatever may happen in the future, if you right now, as of now, have these 3 things or 3 skills, I would say, you will have freedom in your life, irrespective of outside situation. So, of course, the first thing here, what do you think?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know what to think of, prompting.
AI.
Oh, AI itself.
Obviously, yeah, right?
Okay.
And this is only 30% of your future. Your 30% of the future is secured if you learn this one skill of AI, right? And why it is important, like as we discussed, AI is going to probably replace 100 million people and create 20 million jobs. So if you're going to be in that 80 million, don't work. If you're going to be in that 20 million, work. That's it. So only for that reason, for you to be in that 20 million, which is probably 1% of the world as we speak, or somewhere around 1% of the world, you have to learn AI. It's as important as anything else, but not as important as this one though, the first one. This is second, and this is third, and this is first. We'll go to this later part. So now AI is there. First, let's understand how can we master AI? What is like a step-by-step plan? So that way we have a path, not just, okay, go learn AI. What will that do? That's what every Instagram post and LinkedIn post is saying these days. So I created a framework for people to master AI in 3 months. You want to have a look?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
You take me on a ride.
Yeah.
What I've found out in my research is that you're crazy. So I want to see the crazy. I want to see what you got because it's very interesting, huh?
Yeah. So there's like 3 layers. So
to master AI, to build with AI.
To
which is
build with AI.
The first point in that earlier thing, right? Yeah,
Exactly.
okay.
So now the first layer is the large language model layer, right? So what is your large language models? Your ChatGPT, your Claude, and your Gemini, and your Grok. So these are like probably Meta also, but yeah. So these are the 5 top large language models that are there right now, and you just have to master one. I prefer Claude because it's good, so I use Claude, and you have to master just this. And now, how to master this? There are 2 techniques that you have to master in order to master any one of the large language model. Number 1 is meta engineering, meta prompt engineering. So this is not owned by Meta or anything. It's just meta in nature. In the word meta. Yeah, meta in nature. That's it. So every time, Prakhar, you go ask any question to AI, it's a prompt. So instead of you entering the button, ask, this is the prompt I gave. Think of like the best prompt engineer in the world and write the best question and best prompt so that I get the best answer. Just add in that 1 or 2 lines, go to the other thread. It will write probably the very structured prompt in a way that you cannot imagine. Just cross-check it, new thread, enter, that's it. Do it for 2 to 3 months so that AI understands that you need depth. So until it gets trained, you have to do this. This is number one technique. And the second technique, I teach this at Fortune 500 companies, listed companies. I've taught their management team. This technique is like, I'm known for it in that circle of people. And this is called context engineering. Context engineering is like, can you give enough context about your entire personal and professional life to AI? So that way, every time you do any task, it literally knows who you are and where you are coming from. And how to do it? Pretty simple. Spend 1 week just training AI. For AI to master human, are we giving enough information about humanity or you as a being to AI so that it could master you and serve you? No. We are not. We're just asking 1 or 2 questions from which AI will know nothing. So what I do is, when I started Claude, I added a lot of context. I I essentially gave the first memory I could remember in my life. As a 4-year-old, we entered a new home, and that's the first memory I could remember. From that memory, ask me every single personal question, all my girlfriends, dating times, everything you ask me, I'll be open and give it to you. That's it. And now once this personal stuff is done, and then comes professional. Did the same, probably 3 days here and 4 days here. I gave what salaries I give to people, what is their roles and responsibilities, when did they join, what do they do, what are the patterns I observed, every single freaking thing, I gave it to them. 7 days after, if I want to go to Michael movie, last probably 3 weeks back, I wanted to go to a Michael movie's premiere. It said, Avinash, I think you're numbing yourself down by going to Michael movie. It's not the time. You had a very tough day from the conversations. You're just numbing down. Don't scroll away through your life numbing yourself down. Go talk to your coach. So instead of literally booking my tickets to Michael, it is literally saying, don't go. So it has enough context. If I'm overbooked any week, it is saying you're overbooked. Don't take anything. And why you are doing this? A memory in your past you want to prove to your dad, that's why you're doing all of this. You don't have to prove your dad is already proud of you, your mom is proud of you. It is going there. How? If someone comes, you're overbooked, versus connecting to the oldest memory of your life, don't prove to your dad is already proud and all, and you're going with the same conditioning even now and professionally ruining your peace, you listen. And that is how the context engineering happens. And you have to do this particular task. Probably it will take half an hour to 1 hour each day for 7 days. I too sat 10 hours each day and gave it in 4 or 5 days, but you could do it in 1-2 hours each day context. This is level 1. And level 2 of context engineering is, every time you ask a question, ask AI to ask you questions. right? You ask a question, okay, ask me 4 or 5 questions until you clearly understand me
Right.
and understand about the task. And now we are mixing meta prompting and then context engineering. So you're asking AI to ask you, and you're giving context by getting the thing. That's it. If you just master this 2 to 3 techniques and just pick one, spend 3 months, 30 minutes, 20 minutes each day, you'll be in the top 1% in the world. You'll literally be the top 1% AI users in the world. And I'm not even joking.
Okay.
Even the power users of AI doesn't use AI like this. So this is layer number 1. If you're done, 33% of your mastery is done. Second layer, obviously you cannot just use one AI tool and expect AI to do wonders, right? You have to pick 5 AI tools. This layer is called productivity layer. In this layer, you have to pick at least 5 AI tools directly solves your task or problem in your professional or personal life. That's all. For example, you as an editor, right? I was talking about Claude, Cowork plus Opus to do 10,000 clips a month. So you, instead of doing manual editing, you're using this workflow. Opus is a new tool. So you picked one tool. You want to create thumbnails. Then you will use Gemini. And then you want to probably do source-based research. Then you will use Perplexity. Probably, let's say you want to do coding apart from Claude Code for whatever the reason. Then you will go to Emergent. You want a voiceover, but it should not be your voice. You will use 11 Labs. And like this, for editors, we have Descript. We have hundreds of tools. The problem is, Prakhar, how will we find the right AI tool at the right time? This is where my technique to master this particular tool comes in, master this particular layer comes in. There is a tool called AI Radar. You could probably, Himanshu, put that on screen. You could go and say, I'm a YouTuber. It will literally give you all the AI tools that you could use to solve your task problems, or you could give the task and it will give you the right AI tools divided into workflows. You say script. It will give you 3-4 AI tools that you need in the workflow of creating the script. Consensus of all the peer-to-peer reviews of that particular AI tool across the world. So it's like consensus, like 4.8 average on 4 websites for this particular AI tool. It will say whether it's free or not, pros and cons. You could compare everything, and then you choose 1 or 2 tools, use it, stick with what works, and you do this for 10 tasks or 5 tasks, and you have the stack of AI tools that you could rinse and repeat for your entire probably year or decade if you are in that kind of a job. And if you just master 5 AI tools plus this, it's like 6 AI tools, and you will be among the 0.1% of the world. Just by mastering 5 more AI tools other than ChatGPT or Claude. Make sense?
Got it.
That's the tool. You go to workflow instead of finding tools on top. Yeah, you enter start a YouTube channel, let's say. It will first create a workflow and then recommend for content research, Perplexity, Notebook LM, and lit maps. Just go down. And script writing, thumbnail and graphic design. Let's go down. Voice recording, video editing, thumbnail. Like you SEO optimization. And then this reviews are consensus of all the review websites of AI tools, promotion and community engagement. So this one AI tool will solve all of your tool problems, and this 1 or 2 techniques will solve all of your prompt engineering problems. And just do these 2 things, and you're almost there. But there will be new problem, Prakhar. A lot of people, probably not your audience, but audience who are like in their 30s, 40s, cannot learn 5 AI tools all at once. They get a little intimidated. That's when there is a thing called Google AI Studio, where you could literally share your screen. Will not show it right now because a lot of settings are needed for that. But it's just one-time setup, 2 minutes, YouTube videos are there. You do this, you share the screen, like you share your Zoom
screen.
Zoom screen.
Right.
And you literally ask, you have a conversation with AI. Hey, you open Canva, I wanted to create a poster. It will say, okay, click on that right button on the right side, or this button, start button, next. It will literally guide the human to use the AI tool. So now there is a tool to find AI tools. There is a tool to learn AI tools all by yourself. Right? You cannot watch 100 YouTube videos.
Right.
How it is done? Google AI Studio literally studied UI UX of every single SaaS tool you could imagine, all the famous ones. And now because of this, like, jobs like building CRMs, customizing CRMs and stuff like that, right? So it's literally about just configuring your software, and they charge lakhs and crores just to configure the CRM, which is already built by their own company like Salesforce and all of it. All of these jobs, like now any random person who don't know a thing about Salesforce can literally open and ask Google AI Studio, okay, guide me to do this customization and configuration. From that level to your basic Canva or Claude, anything could be done.
Got it.
This is about that. 0.1% Prakhar, if you could just do this, and you are 66% secure in AI mastery if you complete these 2 layers, and you will be among 0.1% of the humanity. I did very deep Claude research about this, so you could cross-check those numbers later. The last one is AI agents. In the productivity layer, you are literally doing the work. You're opening 18 different tools and doing 18 different tasks, and no tool can talk to each other. Whereas in AI agents like OpenClaw and Manas, these AI tools are talking between each other and orchestrating the work between 18 AI tools. It will open up your, let's say YouTube analytics, understand your views are low, literally see the transcription of every video, compare it to your previous week, and give heads up to your, the social media manager, and then give topic recommendations, create scripts, titles, thumbnails, all before you even start the work. All between itself. You just do one-time system, AI will talk to itself, it will figure out the tool, it will create accounts in that particular tool. It is not just thinking, it is doing the work. That's it. And
that's AI mastery.
That's AI mastery. One tool. So here you're learning 1, 5 and 1. 7 tools can you learn in 6 months? 1 hour, 30 minutes?
Right. It's
that's
not
what we teach at Freedom.
Right.
Essentially, that's what we teach. We essentially, it's a little difficult to do it on your own, but possible. We at Freedom with AI do it structured way, live Q&As and stuff like that. That's all. And you will be among 0.01% if you literally have this layer among the AI users in the world. With this AI, your AI mastery, if you could just add one little thing, even if you don't get to AI agent, let's say you get to 0.1% category where you only were able to manage till the productivity layer, adding this will again make you 0.01% if you are at a productivity layer. If you're at an agent layer, you are at probably 0.1%. That means if there are 1 billion white collar workers in the world, you'll be among the top 1 million. Right?
And what is that?
Right?
Yeah. So what is that? What is
like if you add this
I
particular,
get this. Yeah. What is this?
That is what we are doing. This is like hype I'm building for your audience, Prakhar. Now I'm a podcaster. This is passion. Can AI be passionate?
No, not
Right?
yet. No.
Can you just leverage AI in a best way if you don't know direction and if you don't know purpose?
No.
Right?
You know passions are evergreen skill, man. Like if you have passion for something, you're already like really ahead.
Exactly. Yeah. So you just have to be passionate.
Right.
And passion doesn't just work there. You have to add one more layer. I have a framework for the passion also. So you have to add one thing on top of passion for you to crack this entire layer in a very nice way. The first thing, AI is to get the best leverage possible in whatever the direction and the purpose that you choose. So when direction and destination is set, your entire leverage of AI will be much more effective.
Right.
Because AI will scale clarity also, confusion also. So it's upon you whether you have clarity in life or you're confused as a banda or whatever.
This is where he chooses to switch into Hindi. Banda. So 2005.
Is it? Because anyway. So first you have to listen to yourself.
Yeah.
See where do you lose. That's like everyone says about it. But it doesn't stop there. Let's say you figured out gaming is the thing that you love. But maybe it's not just gaming. It's about that adrenaline rush, that dopamine hit that you get, or you'll just love complex problem solving. So once you figure out the reason why you're loving gaming, you'll find a thread, a thread of tasks similar to gaming that might excite you even more, right? So you go travel the country, do a lot of books, do all the stuff that you are supposed to do to find your passion, to understand where you are losing yourself. There is no sense of I, there is no sense of time. You're just doing and enjoying, and you will do it rest of your life even if you get paid very less. So this is your passion. But a lot of times people stop here. But you have to find the thread. And find the thread, find all other stuff in that particular thread and try with them also. Test it with small experiments and then confirm it. If it is energizing you, amazing. If it is de-energizing you, you cannot use it with AI. It will only de-energize you more because you're gone.
Right.
And that's when you amplify the whole stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I just did this for a reason. I'll tell you.
Okay.
So yeah, so essentially, be clear with spirit, scale with AI.
Got it.
That's all.
Got it.
Right.
Got
so
it.
You have your direction, you have your destination, and you have something to build. You have to have that individuality. You have to have that depth, clarity, individual decision making, all of that. And that's only possible when you know what direction are you going and what destination are you trying to reach. That's the passion part. So 30% here, 30% here. What do you think it is?
I already know because you crossed out spirit. So it has to be something to do with heart or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Right? Some like analog to spirit. Spirituality?
Yeah. Amazing.
I'm
Prakhar.
a good quizzer. So you hit spirituality here also. Okay,
Yes.
smart. No way to guess, huh? Okay,
So
why is
this is-
spirituality interesting though?
Yeah.
Huh.
But before this, can I tell you a story of my life, how I discovered spirituality? Because if people know my why, maybe they could find their whys, and then the whats and hows can follow along.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. So, I'll just drink water and
Yeah.
So Prakhar, in 2018, my father called me and cried one day, out of nowhere. 2018, first semester is done, 2 backlogs. My father cried. We generally don't see fathers crying, right? It's very rare that we see fathers crying. I thought never saw my father crying. I asked why, and then 30 lakhs business loss. Trusted someone, they went bankrupt, and my father is taking loans just to pay the interest on the loans that are already existing.
Oh wow, that's a bad place to be.
Yeah, in Telugu we called it just chakravaddi. In English it's called compounding, right? So father is at that situation, 30 lakhs there. And I, thinking everything is good at home, taking loans from everyone and using my mom's credit card without her, proper 100% permission, without telling what I'm doing with the money, 4-5 lakhs limits, business people, she got it. I started affiliate marketing, dropshipping, and small businesses like that, paid to courses, mentors, got products from China to sell it in US, all that as a child and as a kid, as a teenager. I'm 18 back then, lovely professional university, first year of college, 18, 19 approximately. I lost 10 lakhs. My father lost 30 lakhs. And we are in a situation where my father cannot pay the next semester fee at any cost. I have to step up in my life so that my father doesn't cry and my mother is at a peaceful situation. After losing 10 lakhs in the whole business and courses, I took one last resort again to get to one more course from this guy called Pena. He is an Instagram growth hacker from Dominican Republic, came to US and started helping billion-dollar companies and multi-million-dollar companies. I learned it from him, and the course price is literally $1,000. I literally begged and borrowed from every single contact in my mobile phone. Like that time, 85,000 rupees is huge because I already lost 10 lakhs.
Yeah.
Everyone is already, I have a lot of use to everyone. I called every auntie, every uncle that told, ask me help if you need anything, I asked. People give 500, 400, 600, 5,000 like that. And one Mavaya of mine, uncle, gave 20,000 rupees highest. So that got into the course. 6 months, nothing happened. I thought I wanted to kill myself. I literally attempted suicide for at least 3 times. I thought of killing myself multiple times when I was 18, 19. But of course, there is no guts. You go to that point and then you don't do it, right? And then something clicked, worked. Next 6 months, after all that struggle, failure, 11 lakhs, and father is saying no semester fee, so I'm unofficially drop out and not going to college, 2 backlogs, personal life is almost very terribly bad because, of course, when you're in that state, you cannot connect with friends and everyone will hate you because you're not able to connect with them as a kid. 6 months, I was able to make 80 lakh rupees.
Wow,
the next 6
what the
months.
hell? Okay.
Yeah. So I was doing Instagram growth hacking for international clients in US, especially D2C brands in US. And the founders of D2C brands and building Instagram, this is back in 2019. There is no clips, there is no reels, nothing like that. Just normal videos and pictures. I think there is no stories also, if I'm not wrong. Right? In that era, I used to optimize. I used to be their social media manager, used to grow. So in 6 months, I was able to make 80 lakhs with almost 10, 12 clients in my portfolio on Times of India, spoke at ISB at 20. I'm 20 and I'm giving a keynote speech or something like that in ISB, right? On Times of India several times. All the PR happened because I was very young and stuff. So for 2 years, I was able to sustain all of that. And then COVID came. Bitcoin crashed. Any 18-year-old, I invested all my savings in that, shit coins and cryptocurrency and stuff. Almost 80% of my savings is gone in like matter of 2 weeks. My personal savings is gone. Clients offboarded because they don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And then I went to my home because I need some mental safety. I went to my home. My uncle, who's taking care of my grandmother at that point of time, without announcing that she got COVID, dropped in our home without any disclaimer. And we don't know. For 6 hours, she's with us. And then we saw that symptoms and got her tested, rapid test positive. And then the other test also is positive. And for almost one night, she is with us. So then when we realized, we moved her into a different room and we were here. And one of the doctors who charged me 10,000 rupees for the basic 7 day of consultation, just consultation, nothing else, just on the phone, I thought she's amazing. She suggested, don't join your grandmother in any corporate hospital because they're not taking care of elderly. I trusted her. My mom is against me. How can you keep her on home? How can you trust that basic nurses and all who will come here, join her in the home, in the hospital? I said no. I thought my mom is being selfish, right? My dad is also with me. So 7 days passed by. We lost her. Can't say anything to the doctor also because she's elderly.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. So the same night after my whole rituals are done with my grandmother, I got my mom and dad tested. Both turned out to be positive. My dad is 46, double vaccinated because government allowed people above 45 only to get vaccinated. My mom is 44 and we lost her.
Oh.
Just like that. And I blamed myself.
So sorry, huh?
Yeah. I blamed myself every single day because I thought it's me who killed her. And because my grandmother should be in hospital, but she stayed in a different room. We are with PP kids giving food and all.
Right.
And of course, we're doing the baths and all after that, but it's still right, like in a very early stages, and she's not vaccinated and I'm not matured enough. I'm 20 only. My dad is also probably not matured enough. So I'm blaming my dad, I'm blaming myself, I'm blaming the doctors. So it's just blame game, lot of trauma, all of that. More than anything, I gave one promise to my mom when she's asking, my grandmother to get her into the hospital. I told, Mom, we have so much money right now, just 50, 60 lakhs, that's it. For me at that time,
Sure, bro.
A lot of money.
For these purposes, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, Mom, we have a lot of money. I could airlift you to any country in the world and get you treatment there with the best doctors. Not only I failed at that, I couldn't get my mom to Hyderabad, which is like a nearest city which has a lot of doctors because the Telangana border is closed. So you cannot go by road. You're not allowed to get onto the flight. And we stick with average doctors probably in our own city. And that was bad. First trauma point for me. Terribly failed at that. As a 20-year-old, lot of success. This is the lowest point in my life. I had all like good money, good home, good car, everything. But I don't have mom to share everything, anything. So that is the trauma point. That's when I got into spirituality through Sadhguru, inner engineering. It showed me the life at its basics, and I was able to build it. From there, I was able to get out of this entire trauma and depression with the help of a couple of coaches and spirituality, and 2-3 years I was very low financially. Also, everyone knows I'm super successful, but I only know how much struggles I have to go through. Lifestyle is good, but struggle is bad. So then I created freedom with AI. I spoke at IIT, NIT. I spoke at probably 100 plus talks in the world. I do my own events. We scaled it to 40-member team. Last month we paid approximately 24 lakhs in GST, apart from the inputs that we get. Good, very good, crores of revenue, all the success. But there is no mom. That's how much trauma I faced to get into spirituality. And not a lot of people will go through that much of trauma in their life. Probably not everyone goes through it, right? And then they'll not discover the power of spirituality if they don't go through this entire process. And so I enrolled into all the spiritual courses, read all of these books, and I've created a framework for beginners like me to get into spirituality and understand what is spirituality as a thing. So spirituality, in my opinion, it's very subjective, but my definition of spirituality is going inside to dissolve the conditioning that we have, to dissolve the prejudice that we have, so that we have more clarity in life. That's it.
Beautiful.
Going inside is the only way out, right? So if you go in, understand what is conditioning, what is your karma and all of it, and dissolve it, see the world without fog on your windshield, you won.
Okay.
That's it. Okay. So that is the spirituality. And now I used a word called conditioning. What is conditioning? Conditioning is like you will not see the world as it is, but you will see the world as you see it. That is conditioning, right? As a child, a lot of conditioning happened through Tollywood, Bollywood, all of it. Probably my own, upbringing also a little bit. I don't know. When I see a woman who is darker, little prejudice. Woman who is lighter in color, a very different prejudice. We all have it. That is nothing but conditioning. So we have it in every area of our life. All the stories that you tell yourself, all the fears, beliefs, that negative, unserving emotions, all of that is nothing but conditioning. Conditioning is like the different lenses that you pick up to see different situation, and you miss seeing the actual situation, right? So everyone has conditioning, and we think it's very small thing, but conditioning is it's like the basic that everyone has. Not only that we have conditioning in our life, from our experiences, we get conditioning from our parents also, that from their DNA, and then their parents also, that gets to our parents, and it's to us, and this ancestral conditioning is there. So the goal is to see world as clearly as possible with less windshield fog, so that you have more clarity. What do you think about this?
Good, interesting.
Yeah. So let's now get to the spirituality part.
Sure.
So now the biggest question you'll definitely ask me right now, Prakhar, is, okay, bro, I understand conditioning, all of that. How to, reduce this, thin this shell, so that way we get to a better position in life. Is it?
Sure.
So now we understood conditioning, right? The most important thing that we have to do to dissolve as much conditioning as possible is to loosen your I, right? Let's say I am fearful. I am this. I am that. I am not that. I am unsuccessful. You say all of this. Everything has I. And if you loosen up this I, if you remove subject in that sentence of I, you loosen up this I, what happens is, you will say, I'm successful, I'm unsuccessful, I'm fearful. You're not adding I, just successful. These are like words that doesn't even matter. You will say fearful. You will not remember the reactions that you gave to the previous situation where the conditioning originated. You'll only remember the thing happening, but you'll not remember the conclusion that you gave or the reaction that you gave. So when you don't hold conclusions and reactions to that particular situation where the conditioning actually originated, you're loosening your eye. And when you do this with every conditioning that you have, loosen up your eye, loosening up your association with that conditioning, you'll be more flexible in life. Like, you could either find brick by brick each conditioning, each trauma that you have and clear it one by one, and then you will see unlimited bricks coming up. Or for all of it once for all, loosen up the entire brick wall by, loosening up the cement. That cement loosening up is happening with this, so that you could just destroy the wall and build the wall as you want it in your own terms without any prejudice and conditioning in life, so that you have clarity, depth and taste, which will help you in decision making. We see the world with a lens, and the lens is borrowed lens. Like it's not your authentic you. So what this process of different yogas that we're going to discuss is from my exploration of spirituality that I got in, that made me be 100x more better at AI and business and as a person myself. I have less trauma in my life than I have 3-4 years back, and more happier in life because of all of this stuff. So the conditioning is basically the identities that you hold for every conditioning that you have. That's something that we have to dissolve. So only when you dissolve that identity that you associate with all of this conditioning, when you loosen it up, you will be flexible enough to believe that you are actually opposite of what you believe, and you're thinking oppositely than what it is happening right now. So that's the loosening that we have to do, and that loosening will happen with this 4 types of yogas, right? The first one is karma yoga. You talk a little bit about it. So karma yoga is basically you doing the work and giving the fruits to someone above. Essentially, you're disassociating yourself from the results, credits and recognition that the work gives you. You are still tracking the metrics and you still have the goals, but you will not identify as a successful or unsuccessful person depending upon the work that is happening, what it does. So when you work as if you are doing your best and you don't care about the result, firstly, you have less pressure. Secondly, when less pressure, obviously you will get the better output, and you're disassociating okay, and you're disassociating yourself from all the fake made up stories and made up identities yourself, because you don't have ego there. You're not doing it to feel good about you. You already know you're good. You're just doing it for the fun of it, not for the sake of it. So that's what the karma yoga does. So remove the fruit, remove the result, remove the recognition, credit, everything, and you do the work. Got it. That's karma yoga. Karma yoga is basically removing that I through work and actions. So you're taking actions. And then comes our bhakti yoga. So bhakti yoga is essentially here you're giving the result ka power to someone you believe, or you're not giving anyone the power. But here everything is either the God or the creator or the universe, whatever you believe in. So you are essentially surrendering and giving your heart and love to the creator. So that way you are doing things for the creator, things through the creator. Whatever happens, it's always good. You are successful because God wants to be successful. You're not successful, God probably is testing your times and patience and making you a strong person. So you're believing there is a higher power, and you're surrendering and giving everything, yourself, to the person. And then there is no ego again. So you're dissolving your I. There is no conditioning. Whatever happens, you're just saying, if someone comes and says something to you, you're not replying to that particular person. You feel there is a bigger person to fight this for me. That one. So that is called bhakti yoga. You're pouring your heart, and through devotion, you're dissolving your I. You could go to any extent, but whatever the extent that you're comfortable with, you could go. But all in all, these are 4 categories of yogas, and there are 2-3 more categories that we're not talking because they're super complex and not needed for the beginners. And then there are subcategories of each of these yogas where it's almost similar but little different according to the cultural preferences. So people could deconstruct this entirely and reconstruct for themselves. It's not like one framework for all. It's my version of it. You could do it
your own way,
as you
Desire, as you wish,
you
as you-
desire.
yeah, right.
And then there are, in that subcategories, there are again hundreds of rituals that you could use to get to the subcategory of that particular yoga, so that you could remove the karma or conditioning ego or that accumulated unauthentic self, whatever it is. People call it differently. You're removing or dissolving it so that you could reach a better state, which we'll talk about little later. So this is Bhakti Yoga. Removing I or dissolving I through heart and devotion.
Got it.
Then comes our Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga is you might be thinking that I have to accumulate a lot of knowledge or whatever. It's not that. In fact, it is opposite to it. You're asking this question called who am I? Every single time that you have a situation in life. So when you ask who am I, firstly you might say I'm the body. Then you will realize, am I the body? You're not the body. You have the body. The you is someone else or something else. And then you might get a thought like, am I the mind? You're not the mind. There is something in you that is observing and doing stuff. So you're not the mind. You're not the body. You're not the observation. You are the observer, right? Every time you observe, there is an observer, right? Every time you observe an observation, there is an observer. So every time you ask who am I, you end up with no as an answer most of the time, and then it will remove the I, because you are not the Mercedes owner, you are not the Rolls Royce owner, you are not someone who is fearful, you are not it, right? There is something else. So you are asking this question of who am I, like, this entire concept got famous through this person called Ramana Maharshi, the master called Ramana Maharshi, right? So asking this who am I, and then understanding who you are not, slowly will delete or dissolve that karma or accumulated self, so that you are truly finding your authentic self. And by the way, the whole goal of this is not to remove conditioning entirely. That's probably, I'm not sure whether it will happen 100% or whatever, or maybe it will never happen. The goal is to just keep dissolving it. There is no like 100%,
goal, right?
There is no metric to measure how much still left, like our battery percentage and stuff. Got it?
Got it.
So that's the thing. Only then you will be able to understand. Otherwise, you're again, doing that ego stuff by measuring how much conditioning is left. So this is called Jnana Yoga. And then comes Kriya Yoga. Kriya Yoga is removing I with energy. How? Pretty simple. Science today says memory is not just stored here, also in the body, right? Through our nervous system and stuff like that. So, end of the day, your memory is getting stored in your body. That means there is conditioning in your body also, right? And according to yogic philosophies, if you have responsibility problems, you'll have the shoulder ache because there's a lot of concentration of energy there, the nerve issues, whatever. Even if we don't go there, there is memory and conditioning in your body. And you're using breath because that's essentially what we could control. We cannot control anything inside. The only thing we could control is breath. So you do some kriyas in Kriya Yoga, some techniques to control your breath in a way, like a sound wave, like, 1 and 3 seconds gap, something like that. Organically, you are directly acting in your body to remove conditioning and then going to the brain. Instead of acting from brain with all of these methods, you're acting directly on your body. So your body is connected with your mind, and as in when you control your breath, you're controlling your conditioning, and with a lot of these techniques, you're slowly removing that conditioning in the body, which is accumulated slowly and steadily. And there are concepts like nadis, chakras, which we could go all day. So essentially, and then there is this concept called knots. So there are knots of concentrated conditioning or memory in some parts of our body, and we are essentially dissolving that knots, which is nothing but conditioning, by slowly sending right energy at the right time through the knots, so that these knots will have constant flow of energy and you will have better and calmer nervous system. That's what yogic philosophy says. So this is about Kriya Yoga. So these are the 4 yogas that you could essentially, as a beginner, understand and follow any 2 or 3 or even 4. You don't have to just stick with Bhakti Yoga and delete Kriya Yoga. You could do Shambhavi Mahamudra. You could do the japa of Krishna, and then also follow the Karma Yoga, and then also keep asking who am I. So all 4 can work. If it is too much, just follow Kriya Yoga. Kriya Yoga doesn't need your belief. It directly acts on your body. Even if you believe that Kriya Yoga doesn't work, you experience, which you did, in the Sadhguru's ashram, Isha Yoga, right?
Right.
And what you did is basically 0.101%. The Shambhavi Mahamudra and then Shakti Chalana Kriya. There are like hundreds of ways, and you have to have a guru to follow. You cannot watch a YouTube video.
Right.
And
Not
do
with
it.
Kriya Yoga whatsoever.
Exactly.
Right.
So there are 4 things. So once you do this, dissolve your conditioning, that's when you go to consciousness according to one culture. This could be, few people says it's consciousness, freedom, it's yourself, it's a union with God. Few people say it's nirvana. Few people say there is nothing after you remove conditioning, there is nothingness. Doesn't matter. Everyone believe there is conditioning, and the goal is to remove this. What happens? You experience it. I believe there is something called consciousness, which doesn't need data. It has pure intelligence where you don't need context and content. It just is pure intelligence in the raw format with zero conditioning, or maybe as less conditioning as possible. I believe that, but you don't have to believe that there is consciousness. Even if there is nothing, you still is a better being.
Okay.
That's it.
How does this tie back into where we were?
50% of the new jobs will be deleted. Even Claude agreed to it. So for you to be not just be in the top other 50% who has jobs, and also be joyful, successful person, not just successful person, you need these 3 things. AI to build and speed, and passion to build in a right direction. Spirituality is to see whether you are going in a right direction and to be more happy in life. Because if you're spiritual, you could see things very in depth that AI cannot see. No matter what happens, can AI be spiritual?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I agree with that. Can AI be passionate?
No.
So these are the 2 skills majorly the humanity is built upon that AI cannot ever have. So these 2 skills could be your moat that you could get so that you can be in the world and compete or collaborate with other people. Not just compete and be on the top, you also can be happy and joyful, which is the whole thing, right? So that's how I got into spirituality. That spirituality made me go deeper into AI. And then I understood, in the process of understanding a little bit of spirituality, I got my passion and purpose. And that's how it is.
Okay, I understand. I get this for the individual. Actually, it's very helpful because it really breaks down things that people thoda instinctively pata hota hai, back of the head rehta hai, but it really
putting into
really
framework.
Put words and images and all that. So that's very important. But this is the individual.
Yes.
What's your view? Because if you're losing 50% of the jobs, there has to be a way for us to look at the social, at the national level. Or right at the economy level, at the macro level. What's your prediction for that? And what do you say we do about it?
Do you, by the way, did you follow the news of Samsung losing almost 10% of its market share in probably last 2 days?
No.
Yeah. Entire Korean stock market literally paused for 1 or 2 days because Samsung literally lost a certain percentage, 10-15% in matter of days, right? So my prediction for this new world that we are going to enter
is
this. AI agents will cause a major financial crash in the next 3 years.
Why do you say that?
Right now, if you see, just the last 24 hours, Prakhar, the financial crash is huge. And that is profit booking, basic profit booking from the AI trend that happened. The reason is, we have banks and financial systems. Are they safe enough for an AI to not take advantage of? The OTP systems that we have, all the back-end processes that we have in financial markets, is that ready for AI? Even if they are not, trillions of dollars, more money went into AI. Correct me if I'm wrong. More money went into AI than what went to banking system in the last 100 years. Trillions and trillions of dollars
have been invested into AI.
So now, they have all the reasons in the world not to care about financial markets. I don't care. I need my profit. I need my PNL. And they will release the model after model, even if US government didn't approve this technology. But everyone knows China and Russia or other countries still have all the spice in the world to understand what's going on in the labs of these 6 companies, and they're replicating it. China is just 1 year away from what is happening in US in the AI's context. So if US bans AI, China will not. China will take full advantage of it. And when China takes advantage of it, US will be forced to release it despite knowing it could create a lot of financial crash, right? So this is reason number 1. Reason number 2, when a lot of jobs lost, what's the next thing that's going to happen? The economy will slow down, right? When the economy slows down, financial crash happens. That's the second thing. Third, when you go see an IT company stock value, they trade at a multiple of their cash flow, or the cash that they have, or the profit that they have, or the revenue that they have, right? They raise at 20x valuation, 10x valuation, and all of it. Assuming in the next 10 years or next 5 years, they grow at a certain rate because the technology was predictable. Right now, AI is making technology or development or coding democratized. So you no longer have any moat as a SaaS company or as an IT company. You cannot sell your man hours and make money out of it, right? It's gone. You have to have a product, and that product should have enough moat, right, to have significance in the world where any human could replicate your app. So the valuations will take a hit. And because the valuations is taking hit, because financial markets are not, ready for it, governments are not ready for it, businesses are not ready for it, we'll see a financial crash. And it's a temporary financial crash. Of course, we will recover. I'm not saying this is the end of humanity, but we could end humanity if we don't give a damn about it right now. That's it.
Can we prevent it?
Yes, we can. Better policies. Come, have a conversation. All the 10 countries in the world developing AI, have conversations, presidents into it. Just build as if everyone is looking at you. Make it proper. Like proper policies from the governments is only solutions that could eradicate this. I don't think they could eradicate financial crash, but they could eradicate the possibility of end of humans if they do it.
Interesting. Very interesting. What's your third prediction?
We have it here.
Wait. By 2040, everything will cost zero.
Yeah.
That's radical.
Very radical.
That's very extreme.
I agree. So firstly, let me explain here. Not everything. Probably 99% of it. Not zero, but it will feel like zero. It will cost like it. You will feel like it's nothing because relatively what used to be $1 million could be $10,000 right now. So that's all.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. And so because robotics,
because of robotics and AI, we figured out the brain part. Now we'll introduce AI to the robotics, and you pay less to the robot. You pay less to AI than human. National productivity on an average everywhere, blue collar, white collar, gray collar, all the kind of works will be at all-time high. Increased productivity means decreased price. For example, I'll explain you. Let's say a product costs $1,000 right now, and they used AI and robotics to improve the product margin from $500. They got into $800 margin. So now that $300 is a pure margin they just got out of AI.
Right.
So now the other company will probably get to a pricing of, they'll decrease the pricing. So the price war happens at every product level, at every market level. So everything settles down to be less because of AI and improved productivity of AI and robotics.
Got it.
That's it.
So the idea is कि ऐसा नहीं है zero जाएगा, but it will start tending towards zero.
Tending down to zero. That too, eventually, not very. You will see the prices going up for the next 5-10 years, and then it will exponentially go down too because of this.
हाँ, मतलब एक sense में अगर आप देखो जैसे code etc. the price has gone too close to zero. Because I can generate 10,000 lines of code for which I'd hire a guy for 60K, 70K, 1 lakh rupees with a Claude subscription that's like $10, right? Whatever, $200. Yeah. So now I've made it significantly cheaper.
To produce a software.
Right.
Same will happen to produce this marker eventually. Because all of it is just extracting these minerals from the ground. You will have robots, and this chemicalized, the whole,
So basically,
the
human labor ka
formulation.
cost, because if people are going to lose job, it's because human labor is not going to be involved in the production process. So that cost will go down.
Yeah.
And AI is effectively processing plus electricity. वो cost इतना नहीं बढ़ेगा. That's the idea.
Yeah, even
Very
the
interesting.
electricity cost and everything goes down.
So if people are not working and things cost less, what are people doing? Because if you look at modern humans anatomically, हम लोगों का life का purpose जो है ना, it's based around careers and oh shit, what am I?
Yeah.
So now I don't have jobs. My kids don't have jobs.
Yeah.
We don't need jobs also because everything is being produced very cheaply.
Yeah.
What do people do with the time?
Probably few people will be more passionate and purpose driven. Few people will be depressed and will be more violent. So there will be
There is no optimism here. What a radical fucking ending to this.
the edge will be very more. Like there will be extremists in both the ends. There will be extremely happy people. There will be extremely violent people. We'll be living in a society where there is no midpoint. It's either high or the low. So we'll have extremely violent people, unhappy people, unsuccessful people, and we'll have successful, very happy and joyful people. So that will be there because it requires reinvention of yourself, and few people will be reinvented and few people will not because their conditioning doesn't allow of that.
What do you think is something to be optimistic about in all of this?
In the end, we will have a better society. In 2040, we might have more violence, more crime, and more unhappy people. But I still think one day AI will solve all the top 100 problems of the humanity. Yeah, just like technology solved a lot of problems, also created a lot of problems. But AI is like that one thing that could probably be net positive effect in almost everything that we do, in all the work that we do, right? So probably not 2040, maybe 2050 we'll see abundance of health, wealth and happiness, and world will be a better place if we drive this wave in a very nice way. If we don't, we're done. Yeah,
Interesting.
We have to drive it nicely. Governments, businesses and individuals, all three of them.
Is there any questions or ideas or thoughts that you might have, or anything at all about all of this? Because frankly, I'll give you my brief. मेरे लिए all of this is a very different world, right? Like, I understand technology a little bit. I understand economics and governance a little bit. But where you come from is, your position is radical profit for AI. है ना कि the world is going to change and I'm going to scream from the top कि it is going to
Be
change.
prepared.
You change, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like be prepared. Change
Yeah.
individual, change governance. Some of it might sound weird to you. Some of it might sound extreme to you. Some of it might sound very reasonable to you. All of this has to happen. And I want to collect my thoughts a little bit on a lot of this stuff. Some of it I frankly 100% agree with. Some of it I have to think about. Some of it I think I dislike. Like for instance, this one, I don't think it'll cost zero, but I think, like you said, it'll come down. Some of it will go up also. Some things will cost much more.
Yeah.
But I think we're also in speculative territory, bro. हम तुक्का ही मार रहे हैं, right? Like it's such a strange event that's unfolding in front of our eyes. I was reading this research about employment in the US, and after 2022, it's a flat graph for new employment generated. People can't find jobs. My own nephew is looking around for a job he can't find. Everybody I know is looking for a job in the US, cannot find one. I don't even mean just Indians, by the way, right?
Everyone.
And we are busy fighting a war, or not we, but like the world is busy covering a war in West Asia, covering a war in Russia, aliens, suddenly aliens appear, right? I think the right comparison is you build private nuclear capabilities with tech, with code, with words.
In your computers.
In your computers, huh? तो क्या हो रहा है कि Dario, Sam, Google, these guys will run ahead and suddenly get so far that Trump in DC or whoever is next will get worried, and he will, like you said, he'll have his military men sit in those offices.
Yes.
Suddenly the government will control. Suddenly it's America controlling the private companies. Right? There is a very interesting talk from Balaji Srinivasan. You know who that is?
I know.
I'm a huge fan. I think I don't even mean intellectually agreeing with everything, but the way the guy thinks and acts, I like it, man. It's a great example.
Thinker.
Like I like Brian Johnson for the same reason, Elon for the same reason. They're original people. They're at least people of their own madness.
Yeah, exactly.
And Balaji had a thought. way back in the day. This is, I think, 2011, 12, 13. Some talk about voice or exit.
What?
Voice or exit.
Okay.
The concept is this. When you are in disagreement with somebody else, you have only two options.
Yeah.
Either voice or exit.
Yes.
Right? And what he's saying is that tech first came for, let's say, the taxi guys in New York. It took over taxis. They had voice or exit, they exited. They found something else. The taxis work on Ubers now, right?
Yeah.
Then they came for restaurant delivery.
Yeah.
Then they came for this and that. It's like eventually tech will go to DC.
Yeah.
And there, we will have to exit.
Yeah.
Because they will not exit.
Yeah. Or we have to build it from now.
No, his point is very simple. He's like, leave America.
Yeah.
Because DC will not understand. DC will not care if SF is now stronger than DC. It will not. So that's why he left. He exited, now lives in Singapore, does his own private island stuff where he builds tech. Right? That's his thing now, right? Like he's building a country or a city from zero.
He's building YC in Singapore. Kind of YC.
It's not even. I've been there. It's not YC. It's not even a fair comparison.
Oh,
right?
wow.
It's like jackfruits and seeds. Like it's a very different thing.
What is it he doing differently then?
You should watch my podcast. Jokes apart. No, I think he's 0 to running a city, a startup city.
In a island in Singapore, near Singapore.
Just, you see Singapore mainland like that. And you're on an island here. And it's a 5-star hotel you live in. It's great. It's fantastic. Worth doing.
Nice.
Especially for a guy like you. You would love it, bro. And all like tech heavy people do. The general point is that I think the AI train will run ahead and then the regulation train will clamp down hard. And then the question will become, how do you compete with China? And this will occupy the mind of every decision maker in DC. Because हम तो रोक लेंगे, वो नहीं रोकेगा. Right? This is America's excuse to keep doing what they do. And I think, like Ray had mentioned many years ago in his books, the policy level has to be sorted out in advance.
Yeah. And we are not right
Nobody
now.
is.
Yeah.
And the personal has to be sorted out now. Like, boss, so often I'll find people who talk to me about AI. I'll be like, hey man, I have like 5 guys I know who are great AI coaches. Talk to them, man. Like I can name them. I'll give you a list. Please talk to them. They know what is up. I have a secure job. Like I can do what I do. But if you're looking to see how to bypass AI, you need somebody's help because it's so wild out there. मेरे को पता है AI के बारे में, but that framework you gave ना, I know 1 LLM, 5 tools, 1 agent, I'm done.
Yeah. By the way, we have an assessment. I think we will also link it in the description. This assessment is we ask 14 questions to them and give them a personalized roadmap. Right? That's what we built with almost teaching 4.5 million. We've taught after teaching almost 5 lakh people from 80 countries. We kind of got a data set of before and afters of the people, and we gave them a roadmap. So I think we'll link it down.
Sure.
So that way people know
how much they know.
Because they need help, but they need a structured help. This free assessment will help them in doing that.
Got it. That's what I think, bro. I think social level pe it'll be disaster ship. I think my frank prediction, and I'm not a prediction artist, for India is that we'll be sitting on the side sucking our thumbs. We will not innovate. On AI. This idea of, the stack building, very valuable. This is advice I would give to the PM. I'm sure his advisors give to him and he knows. But the execution of this
is so difficult.
So hard, bro. See, how do you
everything is hard. Hard is hard.
How do you become a billionaire in India? You make convenience. You get rich people delivered their goods at home for cheap. Whether that is, think of anything that can be brought home. That's how you make money in India. India is a convenience economy. We are not an innovation economy, and sadly still we are not a manufacturing economy. We are an agriculture economy and a convenience economy. So if somebody comes and does this, man, I'm proud. I'll put my own money behind this. I'll write the first check in somebody doing real work in AI. And I'm in conversation with some of the people who are. Sarvam, some of the other guys. I met one of these founders somewhere. Actual LLM, indigenous LLM building, man, take some money. I'll help you get connected to other people. Because this is important. But whether this will get done, I'm bullish on. I'm bearish on. I'm not bullish on.
I am so bullish on. Because
you'd be an optimist, man. You're an AI guy. AI guys, optimists always. I like that about them.
Bro, we should do, bro. Otherwise, we can't compete. We can't compete. And I hate it. to even think about it. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. No, I hate it
Yeah.
too. मैं को ये नहीं कह रहा I want it to be this way. I'm saying sadly this is what I read on the map. This is the writing on the wall for me right now.
Yeah.
So many things, bro. So
Yeah.
many things. I remember just you were writing about this US building a chip manufacturing. No?
Yeah.
I once did a presentation for a man I'm not allowed to name.
Yeah.
So that he was basically pitching to the American government, I don't remember, if they could bring it to Mexico.
Okay.
So that there is a nearshore operation
Okay.
for
The manufacturing.
of chips.
Wow.
And this is back in 21, 22. This is right before GPT was launched.
Yeah.
And like,
Now it
that's
10x.
what we need.
Yeah.
That's what we need, you know?
Yeah, bro. Very true. Agreed.
I hope you've had fun.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Thank you for flying down.
Thank you.
Hey man, this is my pleasure. Thank you so much. Since आपने ये वीडियो लास्ट तक देखी है, YouTube algorithm is suggesting you to definitely watch this one as well. You'll definitely like it. और हाँ, यहाँ सब्सक्राइब करना मत भूलना.